All right. All right. All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's live stream for 215 Trades here on YouTube. Today's the 27th of January, and we will be looking into taking some lovely, well, not some, but a lovely entry here today on gold using the 215 technique. Morning, everybody. Hope everyone is okay. Hope everyone enjoyed your weekend and was waiting patiently for today. Good morning, Ryan. Good morning. All right. Can you guys let me know in the chat if my audio is okay before we dive into the markup and start doing our analysis? Okay. While I wait on that feedback, let's begin. All right, so we're using the 215 technique to successfully look for entries on gold. All right, so what we have right now is that we have a point of interest at 2754.56. All right, so using the 215 technique, we are going to morning raise. We're going to measure 20 pips from that point of interest to the downside. In short, it's basically just $2 from the point of interest. If the point of interest is 2754, the POR, the sell line, sorry, is going to be 27.2752.556. All right. Okay, and then that would be our sell line right there. Okay, and we're going to be doing the reverse of that as well. Okay, and let's look for what we have. So that's 2754. So we're looking for 2756.556 as well for our buy line. So that's 20 pips above from the point of interest, or price of interest, whichever you want to call it. Point of interest, price of interest, POI. Same thing. All right, cool. So that's our buy line. All right, we're still on the 15-minute time frame because we still have to identify our rejection areas on the 15-minute time frame that we'd like for price to come to and test that area with a pullback. So we're going to use the length of this wick on this 15-minute time frame, which is about almost 20 pips away, which is that's fine. That's fine. Usually I like it between 10 to 15, but if that's what the structure is, then that's what the structure is. All right, cool. So that's our 15-minute rejection right there, and we have to do it for the upside as well. We have a support right here on the 15-minute time frame just above the 215 zone, which is at 2758 as well. So I'm guessing now this is between 10 to 15 pips, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, almost 15 pips. So that's not very far away. I like that. All right, now we have that as well. That's a 15-minute rejection. So let me just put that right there as well. And then in the section right here, this will be our 215 zone, as you already know, and we're still on the 15-minute time frame. So this is going to be our 215 zone. Okay, good. All right, so we have our 215 zone. We also have our rejection areas as well. So we're going to move to the higher time frames to find our target areas for our entries. All right, now just before I do that, let me let you, our fellow viewers, on the next platform. Hold on. Today is the 27th. Okay. All right. So we have our point of interest, our 215 zone. We have our rejection. So we now need to go to the higher time frame, such as the from the 30-minute all the way up to the 1 hour, 4 hour time frame, and then we'll just have a quick look at the daily just to see what the daily candle is looking to do for us. All right. Hold on. We have 59 persons voting for us. 59% of the votes going for us all today. All right, well, let's see. Okay, all right, so let's go. So 30-minute time frame, real quick. So we need to identify the support and resistance on the 30-minute time frame because that would be our target areas. Let's see. So we have the 15-minute rejection right there. The closest we have is right here for right now. May not be the exact rejection point we may have on the 30-minute time frame. We can definitely go lower, but that's perfectly fine for right now. We just need to identify it. So that's the 30-minute support, and if we're going to look for a 30-minute rejection or resistance, it would be just at the top right there as well. So that will be your 30-minute resistance. And then we need to go to the 1 hour time frame as well. All right, so we're on the 1 hour time frame now. We just need to identify support on the 1 hour time frame. So we're going to be using this one just below that 30-minute support. It's not quite exactly, it's not a close distance away. I think it's about a 50 pip different, or 40 pip different, I think. So that's the 1 hour support. That's our 1 hour support, and we're going to the top now to find it. So we cannot use the top or the bottom. I'm going to use the top. This distance is fine though. That's our 1 hour resistance, and we're going to the 4 hour time frame as well, and then we can have a look at the the daily time frame to see what's happening on that. All right, so the 4 hour, we can go with this one right there. And then the 4 hour support below that 1 hour support is all the way here. It's always good to mark these areas out because, as you know, using the 215 technique, these areas will basically be your target areas once we were to take a position. So it's very good to mark these areas out. Looking at it right now on the 4 hour time frame, just to have a quick dissect of what's going on the 4 hour time frame. There's a support area here where we have our 215 zone. There's a support area here right now. So what we could expect to happen in this area is that if price can ultimately reject from this area and then continue higher, right? Continue the uptrend in a sense, possibly even create a head and shoulder pattern, as you can see it's trying to do right now. If it rejects from here and go back to the 30-minute resistance and then continue lower, so it can reject from here, go to the 30-minute resistance in these areas, reject, and then continue lower to these 4 hour support on the downside. So it's one to look forward to. So where it is right now is in a very neutral spot, and is really just for us just to wait to see what it will do. If it doesn't reject, if we get a closure below this area here, below the sell line here, then we can look to say that ultimately it's looking to possibly go down from here and test this area before it actually do reject. So it's definitely going to be a very interesting day, a very interesting entry as well, to see how this actually do play out. Good morning, Alexia. How are you doing today? Are you all right? For it to reject from this area, so it's definitely going to be one to watch. So on the 4 hour time frame, it is in a very key area right now, and we're basically here early, just before it makes the move. So once we catch that entry and time that entry properly and it goes our way, we should be in for a very lovely uh trade today. All right, so that's the 4 hour time frame. On the daily time frame, what is it saying on the daily time frame? More than likely it's going to be similar to what's on the 4 hour time frame as well. So yeah. All right, so yeah, still in a very strong resistance area. It can continue downwards yet again, as we said, or it could continue upwards to possibly maybe even go to retest the all-time highs. But I don't think we're going to be testing the all-time highs again, based off the looks of it, because it tested the all-time high here and it rejected, and pretty much is trying to do the same thing yet again. So let's see. Most of the persons who are voting on the YouTube channel are voting for sells today. We have 55% of the votes received so far who are saying that it's going to be a sell, and 45% saying that it's going to be a buy. So let's see what happens. So let's jump back to the 15-minute time frame. Just do a quick summary of what's going on so far. All right. So we have our 215 zone. We also have our rejection areas marked out, and we also have our target areas marked out. So we basically completed the fundamental analysis bit, or the fundamental preparation of the 215 technique. So now it's just time for us now to go to the entry time frame and ultimately wait for an entry. All right, and as you know, that will be your 5-minute time frame. All right. So we're on the 5 minute time frame on XAU USD. So this is what we're looking for. All right. Now, for us to take a sell, we would like for price to break up from these areas, break out of the 215 zone. Wait a minute. Let me just put that in frame just a little bit more. Okay. All right. So what we would like to see happen here is for price to break out over the 215 zone and test the 15-minute rejection line right here that is denoted by these yellow broken lines. So we'd like for price to hold on. We'd like for price to test these areas with a rejection back into the 215 zone that followed by a candle closure on the inside and then another rejection out of the zone. All right, if we can confirm that movement, then that is what we will be going for to take a short position from these areas, ultimately targeting the 30-minute support. If not, from the 30-minute support, we'll go all the way down to the 1 hour support. And if God's wills it, then we are going for the 4 hour support if we're still holding. All right, so that would be our first setup. And this would be entry model 1. This would be entry model 1 of the 215 technique, as you know. So this would be entry model 1 for the short position. And let's have a look at what, let me put some alerts here on my 15-minute rejection lines. Okay, that would be entry model 1 for the short position, and then entry model 2 for the buy would be for price to break above the 215 zone, test our 15-minute rejection line, which we have right here, test this price area, which as you can see is a very strong support, strong resistance on the upside. So if price can test this area, okay, if price can test this area, reject from these areas and pull back into our 215 zone, followed by a candle closure inside and a reversal with a candle closure outside of the 215 zone, then that would be an indication to say that the market is looking to continue higher. And at that point in time, we can go ahead and we can take a long position from here and ultimately targeting that 30-minute resistance. However, if we do get a confirmation on the long position from here, though, I'm pretty conscious that we may very well get an entry to from this area as well for a short from the 30-minute resistance. All right, looking at it now, right? This price came in and tested, and I believe when we were looking at the 4 hour time frame, that's what we said we could look for as well, because price is trying to create that shoulder, the head and shoulder pattern, which I don't trade patterns like that. However, it's still something that the market actually does. So even though you don't trade patterns, most of the times it actually do create the pattern. So if we look at it, if I zoom out a bit, so the shoulder, head, and the price can ultimately reject and come back to this 30-minute resistance to create the next shoulder, and then sells right off again from there back down to that 1 hour support to create that little pattern. So that's another possibility that we can look for as well. So it's definitely going to be a very interesting day today with gold. Last Friday we got spanked, but that was our first spanking for the year. We really got spanked on that one, but nonetheless we're still back every day. Now it's now 7:17 a.m. here in London. The London market opens at 8 o'clock. And then at that point in time, we can look to possibly get some more volume inside of the market. right? And then if most of the times we can get an entry around 8 a.m. thereabouts. So let's see. All right, so now that we have that, let's see. So we have entry model 1. We also have entry model 2 highlighted on the for the short side. How would we take an entry model 2 as well on the long side as well? Now, for entry model 2, we can take entry model 2 for a long position if price was to come to the 30-minute support area as well, for us to take a long from these areas as well to ultimately targeting the 215 zone or even higher. All right, as well ultimately as well, if price, well, let's see how price breaks out, because I don't want to throw out all of the analysis all the way out there, because then we all will get confused because we're looking for too much things. So let's just stick with that for now. So we have entry model 1, which is what we're mainly focusing on right now, as price is now breaking below our 215 zone on the 5-minute time frame on XAU USD. All right. Thank you all to everyone who has liked the stream so far on YouTube, and those who have also liked the stream as well on TikTok. If you're on TikTok as well, please know that we're currently live on YouTube right now. It is our main play area. So if you would be so kind just to go on over to YouTube as well, it will only take about 10 seconds to do, or even 5 seconds, depending on how fast you are, for you just to go over to YouTube, punch in 215 trades, and then subscribe to that channel. All right, I can see the sell votes is now at 59% on YouTube. So majority of the viewers are saying they're going for a sell. So, well, not going for a sell, but the market is going to sell off. Well, let's see. So gold is going to melt today ultimately. So let's see. It's just definitely going to be one to watch, and we are waiting patiently, and we're waiting to see um, what's going to happen. All right. So also for my TikTok viewers as well, remember we're live on YouTube as well. So please go ahead and follow that YouTube channel. Also as well, there's a Telegram group. If you'd like to be a part of the 215 Trades family, you can definitely go ahead and join that Telegram group so you can receive notifications whenever we're going live and whenever there's any new movement inside of the community. Now, it's a very new community. I just want to let you all know. So there's not going to see much action in a sense in that Telegram group unless we're doing, unless you're in the chat section where we actually do talk and discuss our trades. But yeah, there's no signals being sent in there as well. All our entries are taken live on stream and given live on stream. There is a signals group that is going to come up, but it's going to be in the future, not right now, as we were only just focusing on raising the awareness of the 215 technique. So for now, we're just doing the entries live on stream. But if you'd like to be a part of the community, then definitely go ahead and join the Telegram channel. Definitely also as well go ahead and join the YouTube channel as well. I believe, how many viewers are we at right now? Let's see. I'm going to do a giveaway when we reach 1,000 subscribers as well. The last giveaway I gave away I paid for a funded account, funded challenge for one of our viewers. Let's see what we have here. Are we still at 881 subscribers? All right, yeah, so we're at 881 subscribers on YouTube, which is a very good growth for the beginning of the year because I believe since the month of January we have gotten 408 new subscribers, which I really do appreciate the love and the support, guys. Thank you all very much for that. So when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna be giving away a yeah, we're gonna be doing a giveaway live on stream. So if you want to be a part of that, just make sure that you're here when you do that live on stream. I'm not sure what I'm going to give away as yet, but definitely will be something to help our fellow trading community. Good morning, Senzo. I believe you are in South Africa. Is that right, my friend? Hamza. Well, that's all right. Uh, wait, from 277 to 2750. Wow, that was a very massive trade, but you caught it on your demo. Well, I do hope you learned something from that in regards to, why you took that entry. So you learned some analysis. Morning, Evans, from Canada. What's the temperature there right now, in Canada? I know it should be freezing. It's not so cold here today, in London. We'll be back to just the usual rainy kind of vibe. Still winter though. It's still about 5 degrees there, about Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Latvia. Latvia. I've never heard of Latvia before. Where is that? Latvia. Oh, that's beautiful. Between Lithuania and Estonia. All right. Good morning to you, Mobilis. My first viewer from Latvia. Big shout out to you, my friend. Thank you. How long I've been trading with the 215 technique? I've been trading this technique over a year now, I believe. Technique is extremely new. Very, very new. It's warm in Canada. Are you sure you're in the right place? Should I enter a sell now? I do not know. Remember, I don't give any financial advice, and I only take entries if they confirm using the 215 technique. I have to stick to the rules and regulation of the technique. So if that doesn't happen, then I'm not taking an entry. So ultimately, what we're waiting for, it's now 7:25 a.m. here in London. We're waiting for price to test our to test our 15-minute rejection. Right, once it tests our 15-minute rejection and pull back into the zone, then we can go for. Well, it has to pull back in the zone and close inside of the zone, followed by a candle closure on the outside, for us to actually do take a short position. What's the 15-minute time frame looking like? All right, cool. So we're getting a push on that 15-minute time frame now, down to this area. This candle closes in 3 minutes, so this 15-minute time candle is going to close definitely below our sell line, 215 zone, which is quite good. So now we just need for, okay, it has tested the 15-minute rejection now. So we are just now waiting for a pullback, hopefully, to our 215 zone, and let's see how the market reacts to this area. No problem at all, Karabo. Let's see. So the 4-hour resistance is at, well, it's a very long distance away, if I'm not mistaken. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour, wow. Yeah, it's all the way at 2726. Well, based on all the votes that I'm getting on YouTube, the viewers are saying that 57% of the poll is saying that it's going to be going down. So let's see if it does go. If it does continue down, then we're looking for the 1 hour support to be the ultimate target for it. So let's see. This 5 minute candle closes in 2 minutes. It has tested the 50-minute rejection, as you can see. Well, it's continuing down now, so hopefully we can get a pullback to the 215 zone with a confirmation there. If not, we're gonna have to wait for entry 2, possibly. Maybe not from the 30-minute support, maybe from the 1 hour support, because on the 50-minute time frame, I think the 1 hour is, which time frame was it? Was it the 4 hour? Yeah, the 1 hour support does seem like a very strong buy area as well. So it's, yeah, definitely going to be one to watch. So let's see what happens. Ooh, wow, that's printing, that's moving the screen. So the volume has come in. Yeah, yeah, no problem at all, Carabo. Just going to 2744. 2744. What's 2744? Let's go back to the 15-minute time frame. 2744 would be right here. I don't know, just above. So I'm guessing maybe giving that resistance, support, sorry. All right, so waiting to see if there's going to be a retracement. If not, if it continues, then it just continues to blow. Oh, that's a massive drop though. It's from the zone. It's a 60 pip drop. How much has gold been falling since the start? 21. $21 since the opening. $2746 is OB, 1 hour, a 1 hour order block, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Nice, 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 nice. You sharded on the break of the 215 zone. That's cool. Congrats, Urgent. All right, so we're getting a rejection. Can you explain entry 2 process? Yeah, sure, no problem. So what entry 2 is, it's going to be an opposite entry you take that is going to go against the trend. So let's say the price is melting now, and we're going to use that 1 hour support, for example, okay? If price continues down and it tests the 1 hour support and it rejects with two candle closures going in the opposite direction, let me see if I can find an example. All right, for example, here. All right, let's use here as an example, okay? And we're gonna hypothetically say that this area, I'm gonna use just a random color, so it doesn't confuse anyone. Um, I'm gonna use yellow, okay? So let's say price was coming down, and this was a hypothetical 1 hour support, right? This was a 1 hour support. Price was coming down, bam, and it smacked the 1 hour support. Hold. It rejected from the 1 hour support with two candle closures going in the opposite direction. So that would be entry model 2 for you to say, okay, we are going to take a long from this area, put our stop loss just below the structure, and then ideally try to look for maybe target the higher areas such as would be your 215 zone, or if you want to target your 1 hour resistance on the other side of the chart. But that's what entry model 2 is. It's banking on the fact that at support levels we have a lot of buying pressure, and at resistance levels we have a lot of selling pressure. So that's what we're trying to take advantage of an entry 2. So price was coming down, we can see price was breaking down. It came to this hypothetical 1 hour support, it rejected with two candle closures going in the opposite direction. Then that's when you will take an entry 2 to ideally try to ride the price higher from here. Was that good, Senzo? Yeah, no problem at all. All right, so we can see now we're still on the 5 minute time frame. Price broke below our 215 zone, tested that 15-minute rejection. As a matter of fact, it is totally obliterated that 15-minute rejection. It's rejecting nicely, and it's pulling back to the 215 zone. So if price was to continue and come upwards into the 215 zone thereabouts, followed by a candle closure on the outside to say that it's going to continue the downtrend, then we can look to go for a short position from there. So that's what I'm waiting for now. It's now 7:35 a.m. here in London. The London market opens in about 25 minutes. So at that point in time as well, we should be seeing some very good volume. All right, remember guys to like the live as well. If you haven't yet followed the channel as well, please go ahead and do so as well. Now, if you're on TikTok, all right, our main area, our main playground is on YouTube. That's 215 Trades on YouTube. Okay, so please just go ahead, switch platform just for a few seconds, go on YouTube at 215 Trades. We're live there now, and just follow the channel there. Do you think it will go up to 2772? 2772. 2772 is, yeah, it's a very, it can go to 2772. It's just that it has a very, it's not going to be an easy ride for it to get to 2772. Something have to really happen to push the market to jump. Um, what's that? Over 200 pips. So let's see if there's any news coming out today, the 27th. Today seems to be a very calm day. Nothing out of the ordinary going on. We do have some European news coming out at 8, 10, and at 9 a.m. That's London time. And then what do you call that? New York time, 3 p.m. my time, London time. There's some news coming out on USD, new home sales. So we may see some volume on that as well. I don't think it will be a lot though, but some volume will definitely be there. All right, remember guys, once we get to 1,000 followers, we'll be doing a live giveaway on stream. Also, as well, when we get to 2,150 followers, we'll be doing that 24-hour trade-a-thon, as we call it. Okay. All right. I can see where the percentage of buys now are coming in a sense where we now have 46% of our viewers voting for buy versus a 54% of them going for a sell. Yes, Django, we'll be doing a giveaway live on stream. You won't know what it is until you are here, and that's when we hit 1,000 followers or 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. And it will definitely be something beneficial to the trading community, and we'll be giving away live on stream. And if you want to be a part of it, you just need to ensure that you subscribe to the 215 Trades channel on YouTube. Welcome, TikTok noob. All right, let me just double check. All right, so we're still at 883 subs on YouTube. So we've gotten 2, which is extremely great, and I appreciate every single click, every single viewer as well. I appreciate it. Can I just ask you guys a question though? How many times have you thought about quitting trading? Is it often? Are you just madly in love with it, or sometimes it drives you crazy? Let me know. This is your life now. We'll make it work. All right, Origin. That's a spirit. That's a spirit. I've lost 30K since 18, and I'm now 21. Well, it's still early days, my friend. Still early days. You can make it all back. Hopefully, you learn from that 30K lost. Right? You must have taken something away from that, and now use that to apply for you to make yourself better. But definitely, for sure, we all go through that moment. We all go through that moment when you start to question your your entire existence. Is this for me? And you really want to maybe just get out of it, but you still talk yourself back into it. No, I'm not 100% dependent on trading. So yeah, I do have if you want to put it as a of a secondary income, then yeah, you can do it that way. I'm slowly I'm thinking of doing the transition to 100% becoming 100% day trader, but I'm not there as yet. But yeah, we definitely all thought about giving up but all right, we get in some volume. Getting some volume. Sometimes drive me crazy because I have to work on my patience, but I don't want to quit. Yeah, and it's gonna take some time for you to learn that as well, Elixir. But just give yourself time and work with a plan. Yeah, I'm madly in love with it as well, man. It's it's entertainment. It's very entertaining, man. There's nothing more joyful than when you do a proper markup and analysis, and you wait for that entry and you get that entry, and then it's just smash take profit. It's like you're on top of the world. There's no greater high than doing that. You've lost 1K already. All right, yeah, no problem. Well, just make sure you see, guys. We need to be learning from our mistakes. So if you do something and you see that it doesn't work and you test it again and it didn't still didn't work, just make some notes, revise those notes, and use those notes to try to improve. Can you talk about how to deal with losses? Hmm. What can I say about loss? All right. The thing is, whenever you take a position, well, and for me as well, actually, because once I hit that buy or sell button and I'm in that position, I've already factored out what my stop loss is going to be, and I've already accepted the fact that hey, if this doesn't go my way, um, then I basically lost that already. So it's really you coming to terms with your SL already and accepting that then okay, that this can be my SL and this can happen, and I'm okay with that. And as Sweet Andy is saying as well, uh, in a short, is that you want to make sure you risk manage properly as well. Because if you risk manage properly, then whatever, if you lose an entry, then you're fine with that because you're going to be risk managing properly already. So you're going to be putting up what you're comfortable with as a loss to actually accept. But what a lot of new traders they get caught into is like, uh, you want to get rich quick, so you come in and you just throw down a massive, you over leverage a lot because you want to see the numbers because you don't accept, let's say when you're using small lot size and you only making $1, $2, $5 per trade. You don't like starting off like that because those small numbers is not going to get you to where you want to be. However, it's all about consistency and accepting small wins, small losses, and then once you get better at that, then you can actually start scaling your account and using higher leverage once you have a more understanding of it. All right. So there's nothing wrong with having a small account at let's say $100 and just using 0.01 to take your entries. Just try to do it consistently. Get a better understanding of how trading actually works. Hey Jack, how we doing? Right now we're waiting actually, so we can see where price came in and tested the 15-minute rejection line, and is pulling back to our 215 zone. So we're just waiting to see what's gonna happen. If it was to confirm a sell, I would say possibly here would be our TP1, but let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah, it's good to have a very clear set of rules. For myself, I only take one entry per day, whether it's a win or a loss. One entry per day. I only trade one session, um, as well. One entry per day, one session, one I only trade one instrument as well, and I find that helps you be calm as well. And if you want to do more, let's say maybe two, then you can do that. But you only do two if the first one is a win. But if you lose the first one, then you just come out of the markets. Because these markets, I tell you, if you come on the chart every day and you're just looking at the chart, you'll be hypnotized to want to take a position, I tell you. Hypnotized. And we are all, no, we haven't taken an entry. Is that? It happens to everyone in a sense where you sit there, you don't want to take an entry, but because the chart is in the background and you're just looking at the charts in the background and then bam, oh, this looks like a great setup, and then you know you shouldn't take that entry, and then you take that entry and then you just get spanked, and then you start to feel so bad in yourself because you knew you're going against your rules. But always set clear rules. You can't just come to the market and have no idea of what you're going to be doing today. You need to make sure you have your rules to manage yourself and set the right expectations. Entry for a buy. No, we haven't taken any entries yet. It's now 7:48 a.m. here in London. London market opens in 12 minutes. What we're waiting for now is that we can see where price tested below our 215 zone, right? We can see where it broke greatly below our 215 zone. I think it went down about 50 pips if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, went down to more than 50 pips, and it's now rejecting and going back into the 215 zone. So it's confirmed the section of the retest bit. So now price is now going into the zone. So if we can get a candle closure inside of the zone followed by another candle closure on the outside, then we're going to take a jab at those sells from here. But create your rules, follow your rules, and that's it. Try to be as consistent as possible. Jack, what do you think is going to happen today? How is the Zoom verdict going? Zoom verdict is still coming on. Origin still coming on. I believe we need about 10 more votes. Is it 10 more votes we need? No, we actually need 50 more votes. We need 50 more votes on the Zoom. So if you join the Telegram group, there's I'm planning on doing a Zoom call, and we will basically explain the 215 technique as best as possible. So if you join the Telegram group, inside the Telegram group, there's a voting option pinned that if it is something that you would be interested in, you can just go in and just click yes or no and vote on that. And if you vote on that, if we get 50 more votes, then I will look at my schedule to see how best and when I can fit it in. So it's pinned in the Telegram group. If you join the Telegram group, you can just vote on that. And if you want to be a part of that Zoom, we will have question and answers and interactions on it, and we can dive into the 215 that we can do some back testing as well, maybe about a week worth of back testing each day, and then we can break it down. You focus for buy or sell, bro? Well, right now it's neither of the two. But if this price was to continue back into the 215 zone and reject from the 215 zone, then we can go for a sell. But we all know as well that it can very well just, instead of rejecting from the zone, it can continue to push through the zone as well. But we have 9 minutes until London Open, so we really need to see what the London Open is going to do. We now have, wow, we're almost an hour in, and we've only had 1,000 likes on stream. The interest isn't there anymore, it seems. How sad. However, guys, if you're on TikTok, okay, if you're on TikTok, remember to like the stream and also to follow the channel as well. However, we're also live on YouTube. YouTube is our main play area where we actually come on and do our markings as well. So if you want to be a part of that, please just go ahead, just switch on over to YouTube and subscribe to that channel. And that's 215 Trades on YouTube. What do you think about XRP? All right, remember guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just some random guy here on the internet. But XRP, I do have a great portion of XRP in my wallet. I actually have it set up where I buy it daily, actually. So yeah, I'm holding XRP. I think it may be going down now, but that's fine. Just holding more and more as best as possible. I have it on auto invest and Dodge. No, I don't have any Dodge. I don't have any Dodge. I haven't even looked at the charts for that. So I don't even know what that looks like. All right, so we now at 58% persons going for sells. Okay, let's see. Yeah, no Dodge, but I hold XRP. I might be considered a whale wallet if you want to put it that way. You're holding sells until 2740. Hi Cameron. Let's see, 2740. Ooh, that would be a very nice ride. Yeah, we would love that. But are you just rejecting from right here? Do you not want to go back into the zone? Just need to wait patiently just to see what's going on. No rush. No rush. 5 minutes until London opens. Let's see what's gonna happen. Let's see what does it look like on the. I really love the 15-minute time frame. The 15-minute time frame I think is a very crucial time frame to a lot of these big moves. And I think that's why the foundation of the 215 technique is actually done on the 15-minute time frame, so you can have a very nice overlook of what's happening. If we looking at the 15-minute time frame, we can see where price is just slowly stepping down, and it's continuing lower. So all this, what's that? $19. So between $19 and $20, gold has just been dumping since the Asian session. It would have been really nice if. Let me see. We usually go live in Asia at 12. Yeah, at 12 a.m. So right here we would be live if we were streaming in Asia. But no, we wouldn't have gotten any entry because based off of the look of it, the price didn't even retest because the 215 zone would be in this area, but possibly we would have gotten this entry from right here though, because this looks like it would have been an entry too. Yeah, it would have been an entry too set up possibly right here. So maybe if we were still on, no, we wouldn't have been on, so we would have missed this because we would have closed the stream at 2 a.m. if we were streaming in London, in Asia. So we wouldn't have gotten the entries here as well. So let's see, where's 12 a.m. 12 a.m. is right here. Yeah, it would test the 15-minute rejection, I believe, here, pull back in the zone, and it wouldn't have tested anything. We wouldn't confirm this because we would have been gone by 2 o'clock. So yeah, we wouldn't have gotten anything there. All right, so 4 minutes until London opens. Price is moving back to the zone. Can you make money if it's going down? Yeah, of course you can if we sell it. All right, let's be patient, guys. This is the start of the month. Sorry, start of the week. Oh, you want to learn? No, Isa, it's it's not difficult to learn. If you understand, if you just need to understand the fundamentals of it before you even come to the chart, like you need to maybe do some research on how the different market sessions, what are the different market sessions, and all of that. The stock exchange, know a bit more of that before you actually do come to the charts to look at it. Because if you start here, if you start trading and you start at the practical and not knowing the theory, then it's going to be a little bit difficult. No, there's no currency that is better than any. Well, if you do the conversion rate, then yeah, which, but I wouldn't say it's popular. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's popular. Because I'm pretty sure persons in England wouldn't say the USD is the best currency. So, so, but it's a very popular currency. If you're confused, what do you mean? How to fund and to buy and sell. GBP. No, because I only said that because you asked, you said that USD is the best currency, but I'm saying there's no currency is better, really. It's all about popularity in a sense. Because if you say USD is the best currency, I'm pretty sure persons in England or Canada would say otherwise because they're gonna say that their currency is the best currency. That's what I was trying the point I was trying to make. All right, so price came down, tested the 15-minute rejection, broke below it, came back to the 215 zone, only tested it with a wick, and now it's the volume is coming in from the London session because the London market opens in about a minute or so. So we're waiting to see what it's going to do. If it's going to just reject from right here, because right here is like a resistance now. The sell line is acting as a resistance now. If it's just going to reject and continue to push down lower. Uh, well, I said that's going to be that's a very detailed course that is to show you all of that. No, you don't do that. You have to understand technical analysis. You can't just buy because the candle is going up or sell them because the candle is going up. You have to do some technical analysis. You need to do some research first. I think you're too far ahead in the game right now. You're not ready for, and I'm just saying this now because I want to protect you in a sense or give you some. No, I can't use that word. Um, to help you out, I would say, Isa, you have to do some research first before you actually do come to the charts. I wouldn't say that you would be ready for the charts as yet. All right, and remember, this is no financial advice. It's just some random guy on the internet just talking about what he's doing. All right, so we're getting a rejection. Is that what London wants to do today? Do you guys know the orb strategy? Yeah, I've seen it the other day. I believe they call it the 15-minute orb strategy. It's pretty straightforward. I've seen it the other day. Ah, and how has it been? Has it been good? Hasn't been a good strategy. Well, you took two courses on it. That's a great win rate. Fair enough. How many courses did you take on the 215 technique, Chris? You know, I'm gonna starting in the beginning of February. I'm going to be putting like the number of trades we've taken so far, and the win rate and loss rate. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to use the word win rate and loss rate as well. I'm going to use spank rate. That's when the market spank us, and I'm not sure what terminology I'm going to use for the wins as yet, but something unorthodox, not like the usual win rate, loss rate, all those kinds of stuff. So I'm going to use spank rate definitely for the losses. And I have a little meter somewhere on this screen that shows it animated and all that. So I'm going to work on that project. You've only watched 2 videos. Well, that's all you need. All right. Hmm. If it continues to hmm. All right. Now for my TikTok followers or my TikTok viewers. All right. Um, Now, as you know, the TikTok stream will be ending at 8:10 a.m. That's UK time, so in 7 minutes. And we will be transitioning over to the YouTube stream. So we're gonna close out the TikTok. We're gonna close out the TikTok live in 7 minutes, and then we will transition over to the YouTube stream. So the YouTube stream is at 215 Trades on YouTube, and you can just pop on over if you want to see us take an entry, hopefully today, on that. Okay, so that's 215 Trades on YouTube. So head on over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel, because in 7 minutes or 6 minutes, we're going to be closing up the TikTok stream. Greetings, Mr. Matt, and I hope you are all well today. Thank you, Petya, for that share. All right, cool. We're getting a rejection. I don't like all this funny business going on here. It's not moving very smooth as I would want it to be moving. All right, so remember, guys, if you're on TikTok, we're going to be closing out the TikTok stream in 5 minutes. So if you want to still watch what's going to happen, what we're going to do using the 215 technique to wait for an entry, you got to go over to YouTube at 215 Trades, follow that channel, and then you can see what we are going to do. So in 5 minutes, the TikTok live will go down, and then the party will be held on the YouTube platform. Also, as well, guys, come on. There's a very funky DJ over on our YouTube channel that is showing them some remarkable beats, and keeping everyone groovy in the chat. So you won't be missing out anything when you switch over to the platform, but you will definitely be getting more of the experience on YouTube. So 215 Trades on YouTube, head on over and just click that subscribe button and join the live. And let me know as well once you're there from TikTok. Greetings, username. Welcome from TikTok. All right, good. So we have Price. So Price now has tested our 15-minute rejection. We can see where it. Oh, hold on. Okay, so Price has broken below our 215 zone, right? We see where it's smashed through our rejection, our 15-minute rejection area, which was a support on the 15-minute time frame. It came down below, it created another support, and it's now rejecting towards the 215 zone. Has been dancing a little bit below. And now we have, it's now 8:06 a.m. and we do have a candle that is pushing into the 215 zone. So let's see how that works out. Now it's 8:07 a.m. here in London. The London session has already opened and the volume should be flowing in right now. However, it knows that I still have the TikTok stream still on. So in 3 minutes, I'm going to be closing out the TikTok stream, guys. So just head on over to the YouTube stream. That's 215 Trades on YouTube. Subscribe so you can get the notifications when we're live, and you can also possibly see if we take an entry today based on how the market is reacting. The ARB is not something you use on gold. The ARB is more for stocks. Really? The persons that I was seeing using the ARB was they were using it on gold. I didn't know that. I never looked into it a lot. I just like the fact that the lines are marked, but I don't know. There's no retest on it, so or maybe it was just a person that I saw was using it wasn't using it correctly. That could be the case. All right, in 2 minutes we'll be ending out the TikTok stream. So remember, guys, head on over to YouTube at 215 Trades on YouTube, so you can be a part of it. Yeah, it could definitely be, but yeah, the guy that said that he had a very good win rate based on stream, but when I was watching it, I was like, I don't see that, but if you say so. So it could just be them not using it the proper way. It does have a very nice name though, 50-minute orb. Open range breakout, I think that's what it's called. All right, my TikTok viewers, one minute to go. I've seen this before. Have you ever seen that video? 1 minute to go until we close out the TikTok stream. We are live on YouTube at 215 Trades. So just head on over to 215 Trades on YouTube. Follow the channel as well, and that's where we are going to be. All right. So if you want to continue to see the stream, head on over to YouTube at 215 Trades. And I must say, I'm very thankful for all the persons who came here on TikTok, who liked the video, who has been watching the stream as well, and for all those new persons who had subscribed or followed the TikTok page. I really do appreciate you guys for all the love and the support. Just giving me some time out of your day just to be here with us, interacting with us on the platform as well. I appreciate it greatly. All right, good. All right, on that note, we're going to end the TikTok stream there. All right, so if you want to still continue to see what happened for us on gold using the 215 technique, please just head on over to YouTube at 215 Trades on YouTube. Thank you all for the support, and I'll see you on YouTube. Bye bye. Okay. All right, we're getting a very strong push into the 215 zone. Hopefully price can come to the point of interest area and test the point of interest area with a rejection from that point. Then that would be a very concrete setup in a sense for it to continue to sell the dump and possibly heading for that 30-minute support. So it's definitely one to watch. Yeah, it just got to the 215 zone and the volume is building up as well and it's pushing upward. So we're just waiting right now to see what's going to happen. We haven't had a look on DXY all morning to see what DXY is doing. Ooh, that's a great fall. And that's on a 5-minute time frame. Came into this resistance area right here. We can see where price has now rejected from it and price is going down. However, there's a strong, well, I won't say strong, but there's definitely a support area here on the 50-minute time frame where DXY can come to and reject from this area. If not, it does have a fail safe of actually going down to this area. So let's see if it's a case where now price is going to continue to fall from there into this area to reject and possibly go higher. But if it's going down right now, and it seems to be going down with very strong volume, I'm going to put an alert right here at the bottom of the zone. It's going down with very strong volume as well. Then we might be seeing a reversal on gold because gold is now down $16. And I believe at the beginning of the stream when we were on here, it was. Can you guys see this? Actually, yeah, I believe at the beginning of the stream it was that like $20 down $20+ and it's now 16. So that's over. I'll say $5 or 50 pip that is now rejecting. So let's see. It's definitely going to be one to watch. Let's go back to the 5-minute time frame. See what's going to happen. It's going to a point of interest. Let's see. They're looking to do a reverse. All right, so it's back at our point of interest. Did that 15-minute candle close right there as well? Yeah, it closed right there as well. So you can definitely see that our point of interest is a key area. And that's why we do it at 7 a.m. each morning, because we have this 15-minute support that's right on, spot on the 15-minute time frame. And now we have another 15-minute candle that came and closed exactly on that point of interest. So that just shows you that our markings for the 215 zone is pretty confident and is working and moving as smoothly as well with the market structure and the market movement. Now price has rejected from our 15-minute rejection line on the sell side. It's now back in our 215 zone at our point of interest. So it's just for us now to see what it is going to do, because if it continues that, if it comes back and it breaks below the 215 zone with a candle closure, then I'm going to give it a try for the short. But if it continues higher, it still have to test this 50-minute rejection on the upside and pull back into the zone for me to actually take that buy. Now we also have to remember as well, on the 4-hour at the beginning, we said on the 4-hour, right, where it is right now, that price can pull back from where it is, right, and come back to the 30-minute resistance point right here. And then we can take an entry model 2 from here to basically maybe trying to aim for these areas on the aim for the 1 hour support as our ultimate selling position, as it's trying to create. It's trying to create maybe a head and shoulder if you want to look at it that way. And we know that once the price gets to the 30-minute resistance or any resistance at all, there's quite a few. It's quite a high selling pressure right there as well. Um, I'm on Owanda, I guess, and it is well in the 215 zone. Yeah, it really depends on the broker you're using. Yeah, it's should be well in the 215 zone because it's moving very close to the buy line right now. So what price is it on Owanda? Right. But then again, by the time you reply to that question, I'm not going to see it. At the same time, I pretty much better you just add it. But it doesn't matter really, because if you go back to 7 a.m. on your Owanda time, whatever price it was trending at 7 a.m., and you put your point of interest, then we should have pretty much the same movement. Looking like a buy? No, it's not looking like a buy just yet. Reason being, it hasn't broken above our 215 zone. It haven't tested our 15-minute rejection on the buy side, and haven't rejected back into the zone. So I can't say it's a buy. If we had bought from here, then sure, but no. Price didn't test that 30-minute support for us to say that. Hold on, let me test something right here. No. What did this candle reject from? Go back to the 30-minute support. No, it's just the wicks. Okay. Okay, wow. Wow. All right. I know today is going to be a very interesting day, and DXY is dumping as well. Okay. DXY has broken. Well, it hasn't broken it as yet, but is in that area that we had highlighted to say that it possibly might reject. So let's see if it's going to reject or if it's going to continue. Let me put an alert here on the top of this zone, see what's going to happen on that. Gold as well triggered our alert on the 15-minute rejection on the buy side. It tested it now, so you just have to wait patiently just to see what's going to happen. Are we buying? It hasn't confirmed any entries as yet, guys. Remember, we're using the 215 technique and we're using the 215 retest. It has to, even though it's moving up and down, if we don't get a confirmation of our entry, we cannot take an entry, right? So price did come down and test that 15-minute rejection line on the sell side. It came back into the 215 zone, right? It closed in the 215 zone, but what? It never went back below the sell line with a candle closure, so we couldn't have taken a sell. Right now, it's it came through the zone. It came through the 215 zone. It tested the 15-minute rejection line. As we can see, it tested it. However, it hasn't pulled back and closed inside the zone with a candle closure on the outside again for us to take a buy. So we really just have to wait until it confirms the retest process fully. Not We have to wait until it does that, because we're not gonna take an impulse entry to say, okay, the candles are going up, we're gonna go for it. If you get what I'm saying. And Owanda, it has now broken out of the 215 zone for a buy. All right. Are you guys using 215 retest or are you using 215 go? Because if you're using 215 go, then you would be in a buy right now. But if you're using 215 retest, you should be waiting. I'm using 215 retest. So I'm waiting for it to retest the zone and close inside the zone. I want you to zoom in, keep this as big as possible on the screen. 15-minute time frame. Yeah, this doesn't. I think this is going to be a very strong rejection from this area. This 15-minute time frame, this 15-minute candle doesn't have any bodily closures above this area. What's that? Ricky, did you add your 15-minute rejection line on it as well? Or was it only just a 215 zone you had marked? Yeah, it's rejecting strongly from this 15-minute rejection area here on the 15-minute time frame. Is it going to flip? All right, guys. Give me a few minutes. I'll be back shortly. All right, guys. Very sorry about that. Not sure what happened, but not feeling so well right now. All right. What did I miss? Okay, so price came up, tested the 15-minute rejection, and now it has pulled back into the 215 zone with two candle closures on the inside. Now this candle is breaking above the buy area, above the buy line now. Thing about it is that hasn't tested the 15-minute rejection with a body candle as yet. Let's see what's gonna happen. All right, we have 57 persons who voted for a sell today versus 43% who voted for a buy. So majority of the viewers are going for a sell, which in this area, the ideal time to sell would be at the 30-minute resistance if price continues upwards. What did DXY do? DXY, ooh, hold on. Did we put a secondary one there? Okay, yeah, so it broke below that, is possibly rejecting now. So let's see what's gonna happen on that. We're now at $12. So is it that goal one? So break. Okay. It's just gonna be such a short scalp right here. Because if this candle closes right there, TP is gonna be right there. That's 30 pips if you want to call it that. $15-minute time frame. Very interesting. All right, remember to like the stream, guys, if you haven't yet done so. We only have 10 likes on stream, and we have double that amount of persons viewing right now. So just drop a quick like and the video if you haven't already done this already. All right. All right. Now it's very interesting right where it is right now. Okay. Now this is a 15-minute rejection line, right? All these that the price tested the rejection, it tested with actually with a body candle. But now all what we're getting here now is we're just getting wicks. But each time it goes there, it's rejecting greatly, right? And it's not pushing it past this one. So I don't think that the buys are ready just yet. So we might need to let it cook a little bit more. Let's see, 15-minute time frame definitely is rejecting now from that 15-minute resistance, as we can see right here. Yeah, it's rejecting strongly from 2758. It hasn't confirmed fully that it wants to break above it or showed me signs, because look, this candle came in. Hopefully this candle should have been the candle to have really just give it a proper spank or a proper slap, but it rejected. These candles came and tested it again, but it's testing it with wicks. And looking at the length of these wicks, it just shows that the selling pressure here is extremely strong. So it hasn't really confirmed whether or not it wants to really push past it, but what it's showing me now is that it wants to reject even more from here. So I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen. Let's see what this candle does. Really, and I wouldn't be surprised if this was pushed past and hit that 30-minute resistance, but at least then I can take that entry 2 from here, because that entry 2 would confirm what we discussed on the 4 hour, where it will test that and pull back. Or does it want to go? Oh, wait a minute. Did you guys see that? Hold on. Let's go back to the 5-minute time frame. And let's put that 15-minute rejection line right across the screen. So that's what's happening right there. Go back to the 4 hour. That's it. The 15-minute rejection line is a 4 hour resistance. You see that? So and it seems to be a very strong 4 hour resistance as well, because these 4 hour candles that came in to this area, the most it went ideally was at the 30-minute resistance, and it rejected. So price is really fighting to push his head above this area right now. So we don't want to get caught in a buy right here and then get spanked. So we need to see for it to at least test this line properly with a candle close on it with a rejection for us to really try to get him for that buy from right there. So we just need to wait a little bit longer and be just a little bit more patient and see what happens. It does show, it's showing that it's still persistent and it's trying to go there, but we need to just wait for more confirmation on this bit. Even if it breaks past it and just continue to fly, remember we still have that 30-minute resistance that we can take an entry 2 from. Would there be a backup area that we could take it from? So let's say it breaks the first 30-minute resistance, we can also take it from the wicks right here. So let me just put this in broken lines and put this as or we can take it from that wick. Do I want to put it in yellow? Again, no, let's use a different color. This one. I think I might be more comfortable with taking the entry 2 from there. All right, cool. So volume seems to be coming in now, and it's pushing upon that 15-minute rejection line. It has now broken above it, as we can now see. 1 hour as well, strong resistance. Yes, you are correct. So yeah, definitely for sure, that 15-minute resistance rejection line is very strong on the 1 hour. Also, it would be on the 30-minute as well. Yep. So it's a very strong price area. But now this one has now properly tested it. What is it going to do now? Is it going to close and reject in this area? We still have about 1 minute left until this candle closes. So let's see. My God, yeah, it's very nice to see you all here with me, guys. Very nice. I really do appreciate it. Each time I see these numbers, we only had 27 viewers now, and I know that a lot of persons that are doing this online, they have over 1,000 or maybe 100 plus people on. But I'm very happy to see that I have at least 27 persons on here waiting for an entry with me. I can remember days when sometimes when I come on stream and I'm just the only one on here with myself, just talking to the wilderness. So I really do appreciate all the support from you guys, just to being here, just to be following the channel. If you're a part of the Telegram group, I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. And for those who are part of the TikTok as well and also our YouTube, I thank you all for the love and the support. All right, good. So, all right, so this now has tested that 15-minute rejection line, but based off the price where it is, we have to wait right now. We can't take a buy with this move that it's doing right now. We have to wait right now. So we have to wait for either it's going to pull back into the zone and close in the zone with a candle closure on the outside. If not, then it would be an entry 2. Because if we take a buy from here right now, where is our stop loss going to be? Right? If we take a long from here right now, where's our stop loss going to be? Because we can't put our stop loss at the end of the zone. Because that's how big of a pip would that be? That's almost double. Well, no, 60 pips, right? Oh no, I don't use any indicators. Well, I'd say if we were to enter a buy here right now, we have a strong 30-minute resistance coming up. Stop loss would be extremely massive, so I'm not confident with doing that. DXY is that DXY is still going down? Oh yeah, DXY is still going down. Oh, is gold going back to the moon then? Because did that 15-minute candle close above that area? No, but it has pushed above it strongly though. All right, we're just waiting. We're just waiting, guys. Because what happened? Price came, tested the 15-minute rejection line, came back into the zone, closed inside the zone, and then it just rocketed outside of the zone. Too massive of a candle closure outside of the air for us to even take a position on that. So now we just have to wait for an entry two. So if price continues to move upwards, then we can look to possibly take an entry two in this area. So let's see what's going to happen. DXY is well, why is DXY going down now? Did something happen? Bitcoin tumbles on profit taking. What do you mean by tumbles? It's at 98,000. That's still a lot. Where is it coming from? 104,000. Come on, that's not so bad. Now, what we can expect as well, because, all right, let's go back. If this price was to come back into the zone and close in the zone with a closer on the outside, then I'll go for the buy because that's not showing indication that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Entry two from the resistance. But if it pulls back into the zone and confirms a retest movement, then that's a clear indication because this 5-minute close above this 15-minute resistance rejection. So it was either for us to wait for entry two. But remember, entry two is going to be going against the trend, so we have to properly risk manage on the entry two. Entry two buy? No. No, entry two wouldn't be a buy on the resistance. It would be a sell. Entry two would look something similar to, let's say, like this. And targeting, you can put it as far as that if you want, but it's like you just have to manage the manage your profits in a sense. So that's what entry two would look like. Because if all right, this is a 30-minute time frame. Came down, created a 30-minute support, and it's now rejecting. But right here is a very strong area. As you can see, it's a very strong resistance right here on the 30-minute time frame. So that's what I'm saying. Say price was to come back into these areas and confirm entry two, but then I would take that risk of taking an entry two from there, and I'll just manage my profits accordingly going downwards. On the 4-hour time frame, well, it should look the same on all of them. Still a support, a resistance right here, which is at the 30-minute resistance. 4-hour time frame should be the same. So ideally, if it was to continue upwards, then that's what I'll be looking for a sell once it gets between 2761 and 2762. You can add some buffer in it as well, and let's say 2763. So between 2763 and 2761, when the price gets into that area, then I'll be looking for a sell at that point in time. But for now, price is still trending at the 15-minute rejection point. If it pulls back into the zone, then we could possibly take it closer in this area between the buy line and the 30-minute resistance to go for a quick scalp and possibly maybe taking a ping pong We've never gotten then again, we've never done a live stream for so long, but we never gotten a ping pong entry before on stream. And a ping pong entry, for those who don't know, would be, let's say we caught an entry model one from right here, right? So we caught an entry model one from right here, and price went all the way up to that 30-minute resistance, right? Price went to that 30-minute resistance, and then it confirmed an entry model two, and then immediately after that, once that is confirmed, then we will actually just take that chart from right there and then just write it back down. So ping pong in a sense. So we've done it before. I've done it before multiple times, because if you look at the entries one and two, they actually do confirm, because where entry model one ends is where entry model two begins. So it's something that you can always look out for once you have taken an entry. So we haven't caught one live on stream. Maybe when we're doing that 24-hour live session, we might catch a few of them. So for now, that's what it looks like. So price is pulling back into the 215 zone. It's now 8:46 a.m. here in London. It's now getting a little bit cold here, so I need to crank the heating up. So price is now pulling back now, but ideally entry two from here. I'm gonna leave that on there, put an alert on these areas as well, because I'm looking for that as well. So let's see what is going to happen. Also as well, we will go up until 8:55 a.m. and we will close the stream out at that point in time. But you all know what we're looking for, so that's what it's going to be. So let's see what's gonna happen. DXY, is it still dumping? What is it doing? Still pushing through. It tried to reject from here, it didn't reject, so now it is going. Look at line with markers and see. Because if it breaks through that zone, the next strong area of anything is all the way down here. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. It's been a very slow start to the day. Very slow start to the week as well. We got some action in a sense where price came down and tested our 15-minute rejection line on the sell side. We rejected, however, it didn't continue to do the retest bit for it as it continued to move towards the upside, testing that 15-minute rejection on the buy side quite a few times with only one candle closure, and it's now pulling back to the 215 zone. All right. So based on where this So in the next 5 minutes, we'll be closing out the stream because I want to see what this candle is going to do. Ultimately, my top rated entry is going to be an entry model 2 from this area. So I'll be looking out for that. And we've explained why we're looking for that. In a sense, we're on the 15-minute time frame. Is a very strong selling area as well. On the 30 minutes time frame confirms the same thing. The 1 hour and the 4 hour as well all confirm sell in that region. So that's one to look for as well. And now we have price coming back into the 215 zone. So we never took a buy on this area right here because that candle alone would be our entire stop loss, and that would make sense for us to take that because our stop loss would have to be at the end of the 215 zone, and that's going to be a massive stop loss, and we won't open ourselves to that risk as well. Now, as well though, if price comes back down to the sell line, I think it's going to play around a little bit in the point in the 215 zone. But if price comes back down to the sell line, at that point in time, I will assess whether I'm still confident in the structure because we've had this structure since 7 a.m. Usually, I'll keep it to maybe about 2.5 hours, maximum 3 hours same time before I redo it. But I'm going to see how the market is still reacting to the 215 zone. And then if it's still reacting to the points such as the buy line and the sell line and the point of interest, then I'll still keep it. A very key tip that I usually use to say if the zone is still valid after a few hours is that I'll go back to the 15-minute time frame and have a look at how many of the 15-minute candles actually close around the point of interest. And if I have quite a few of them, or even on the 5-minute time frame, if I have quite a few of the candles still coming in and testing uh, that point of interest, then I'll say, okay, all right, even though we have had the structure for so long, the price is still reacting to the points. So I would still keep it, but usually after 2 to 3 hours, I usually get rid of the zone because it's not confirming, and I have to just do a remarking as well after 215 zone at that point in time. All right, so very slow start to the day. Even though the market has moved quite a bit, it has moved from our POI downwards to about 70 pip or 80 pip if you want to call it that, and it has moved upwards from our POI about 60 pips. We didn't catch any of those moves because the market didn't confirm any of our entry models, and it's always good to always follow your rules whenever you're taking an entry. Even though the market is moving, do not chase the market. Always wait patiently and wait for your setup to confirm it, which it hasn't confirmed any of the setups for us today on the 215 technique. So sadly, it seems as if on stream we're going to be leaving the markets today and haven't been fed. All right, but it's been a brilliant start of the month for everyone who has been here, who has been using the 215 technique. I think we have over 200 pip wins so far for the month, and also we had that one loss we had on Friday where we got properly spanked because we were keeping that 100% win rate, but sadly we're now not at 100 anymore. So stay tuned, guys. I've just explained everything that I'll be looking for today, but also the Telegram group is there right now, and I should be around. I don't think I have any engagements to attend to, so I should be around in the Telegram group. All right, so on that note, guys, we're going to close out the stream here today, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the share, and also thank you for everyone who has followed the channel. So I see you guys tomorrow, and you enjoy the rest of your day, and you know what I will be looking for in the markets as I've just explained it. All right, thank you. See you. Bye bye.